Get excited. Get rowdy. It's Train. A place we've been before. A place, frankly, Marsborne guys have had a little bit of good and a little bit of not so good, but in the beginning, it all takes one, the pistol round, to get it rolling.
Yeah, Fluxo only a couple of chances to get onto this terrain map here in the last few months. They're 50-50 on it. Lukowski, not going to be long for this world here, searching for some information early towards this outer site. Modem dispatch the first initial contact. Here comes the utility out here towards the outer site. Modem taking an extended fight, but cannot find the kill here on Decency. As well, a second one here from Kai in the back of the terrain will double up.
Trying to get off the back ends of Olaf right now. It's not going to be easy, kind of requiring Grizz in order to scale that right side of the map to open up an alleyway, but he gets inside of this. Taps away the first player inside of Connector, and another already made known. Both players haven't gotten kills. One could have rotated, but now confirmed. He's going to try and pull them apart, and maybe, I'd say not so easy, but they were in positions where he might have been able to swing deeper. But once Sevi gets outward facing, Decency will do the same. They'll claim themselves that first, and looks pretty good. I mean, not really letting them get all that close to the bomb train is one thing. Kai putting up a massive double kill in order to deny that bomb plant or any space gathering towards CT spawn.
Yeah, it was clean there from the back of the site, and it all kind of started from that Lukowski info search towards T-Con. It wasn't a fast play here on a Marsborne, so he goes to look for some information. Sure, he goes down, but the rotation was pretty instantaneous here from Fluxo, who were already checking towards upper tons. See what the response here is at Marsborne. It's all Glocks the whole way. It's an Ivy pop with no flash. They're just gonna hope that there's no one looking at. Fortunately for them.
Yeah.
It's decent.
That first player, I guess, was just meant to be a little bit of maybe a ruse, and he turned his head away, expecting him to come from somewhere otherwise. But Decency handles it well. Nice little 4K. It might be an eco, but he's getting his money made, and he's keeping his teammates safe and alive, and all five will continue onwards into that second. Good on them. Saves them some cash. They get things flowing.
Get them warmed up here. Now we should be seeing the rifle round come through here from this T side. Fluxo picking a CT-sided start here. Done well to start it up here, 2-0. Now Marsborne. They've got the firepower. They don't have a whole lot of utility here for this outer take. They do throw some utility in. Bottom's going to get flashed.
They're close.
Up. They are very close. They are very good at closing the space here early in these rounds.
Art, he's going to go down, but he'll get a little bit of damage and finished off by the other of the SMGs. They wanted to be able to get into the action early. Both Art and Lukowski have fallen. Those are the lesser of the weapons that have been carried through. Seeing as that last round, as mentioned, was all five. These M4s still yet to be detected, yet to be dealt with. Another Decency multi. Make it a 4K back-to-back. And this one's already kicking off with the newest kid on the block, really showing them who's boss.
10-0. 10-0 here after 3 rounds of competition is, you know, that'll put a smile on your face here for Decency. It's a 3-0 start for Fluxo. And again, it all came back to that early T-Con pressure. They just didn't let Modem get a chance.
Not a great feeling when already in the pre-show we were discussing one of the big win conditions that Lukowski and or Decency were going to get off to a flying start, and this is much greater than that. Decency has actually absolved Lukowski of his responsibilities in order to put up numbers. He's done it all on his own. How much longer can that be a consistent factor, though? Back over towards Ivy is not Decency any longer. Positioned there is Zevi until he gets his AWP, but it's only against pistols, so that's not all that far out.
Decency tasked with the sort of pop hold here as key. We'll drop Viz out of the round here early. It's just the pistols here. No util to boot, so it's going to have to be straight up firepower here out of Marsborne. They're not giving anything to these pistols.
Only one smoke left if they want to stuff. That's on Decency right now, and the Eagles, they definitely want to get a little bit closer into these medium to long range angles to take some fights. It's not going to be easy knowing now that Fluxo are very much so also aware of what they're working up against. So up and down the ladder information is key, and now the flash over top side, it'll enable the fight. But actually no, I think that actually was smoke that was turned over towards them. So now they can play on either side of the red train with very little issue. This time it's Zevi's turn at a multi. Good on him. One player dies, and that means that he can lob that over to him, and if he very so pleases, he can get that sniper rifle.
See what he elects to pick up there. That was the opener out of key inside of upper. Wolfie being the only one to find the kill column here for Marsborne in the fourth. Now into round number 5. You have an op in the hands of Wolfie and Zevi. Say that this was going to be kind of one of those duels that you should keep an eye on. And Zevi quick into pop here.
He's already on his one. Zevi does have exactly what he was looking for this entire time. He can be a real difference maker, and it's already happened off camera, but very much so felt in the server. 4-0, and they're already off to a swimming start. The first 15, 2 have been Befell and Viz and Wolfie spectating while they attempt to aid their teammates from the grave and getting out from any of these tight-knit angles and choke points. It's not easy, especially when they continue to take up the same positions and farm you from them. Another time here, they're at that Olaf box and boost. The op is held and ready. Able to get onto a cross, sure, but okay, nice little tap out, and Chop's helping himself to a plentitude kills, and there goes only the last, and where it feels like at every given turn, even when chaos ensues, they're really handling themselves with grace.
Is plentitude a word?
I just made it up. I was going to say plenty and multitude, so I just did a Tony and I put them together.
A little word sandwich.
Plentitude sounds cool.
Yeah.
That sounds like it could have been real, you know? If I didn't allow you to pick up like a thesaurus or something, would you believe it? Like
yeah,
if I told you
honestly.
that it was a real word?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll add it to the vocabulary up here at Frag 19.
Sounds good.
Marsborne still putting up a donut here in round number 6. It's back to the pistols here for him. They're going to go for a bit of an upper play. So nice to me was how quick Zevi was able to get into that pop angle to hold it down here with the AWP as well. This time though, Lex will be back by the bomb train as the upper players do start to flood in for Marsborne. No one challenging towards pop this time around.
It is a word.
Is it?
Yeah. In abundance. So I was right.
Damn.
I didn't make up a word.
Okay.
I actually said a real word. Okay. And it means exactly what it means is now a plentitude of players come flooding in to this B-bomb site. The Pistols actually at a kind of awkward arm's length are going to be able to find their shots. It's a good one to find and solidify their first, as well as some deeper angles to pull in from. The Tech-9's much more lethal at that range, but Grizz's Desert Eagle's gonna get pretty interesting. He needs to be laser accurate with it if he wants to find some heads as he sneaks into the snow. There's one who sends a nade beyond it. Blind is the first of them. The Opper is the best one probably to have found, but he's not going to be able to use any of the weapons that have been let to the floor. Instead, he gets 2 kills, enables a bomb plant, and at the very least enables a full purchase in round number 7.
Yeah, the bomb plant there for Marsborne is massive with how much they came into that one with just the Tech-9s and Deagles. But very quickly, Fluxo already at that half tie marker at 6 rounds. It's the best that Marsborne can do here on their own map pick, on their own T side, is tie this thing up here after the first half.
Can we get a Let's Go Marsborne chant going for their first gun round in quite a long time? We're already at the tie for the half, guys. Let's get something going. Let Modem know that you're here. He's usually the one who's getting loud when the kills unfold.
Haven't heard him.
Haven't heard him once yet. Wolfie's got a sniper. Their belts are looking equipped to the brim. And Decency is just running away with this one at this juncture. I mean, any more double kills and this guy is going to be nearing the 20 bomb before the ends of the half even. Going for a Fragadelphia record.
That's a damn good start for Decency. Somebody's got to make the play here for Marsborne.
They've tried a lot of fast. They've tried a lot of slow. Where's the middle ground now?
Looks to be Ivy the play this time around here with the bomb at the very least. They do have Chop here inserted into upper tons.
Not bad.
Zevi, the op, going to be challenged, but actually drops off the angle here, so this slips the gap for just a moment. Zevi's going to go close range,
yeah.
shotgun, AWP is good to find Viz. Now Grizz, not exactly able to hit the trade as the smoke was deployed here from the T side. Marsborne now down a man. No information on where Zevi is gone. Zevi will triple kill it with the AWP. Monob and Chop left confused as to what just happened to their fallen teammates, and Chop might just be the next one here in the grinder.
This is kind of what I was talking about in the earlier pre-show, man. It's unfortunate to say, but that was Wolfie's responsibility. Wolfie's job was to post up on the left side so the Grizz would pay his most attention to the smoke. And when he misses his timing, when he misses his chance, he gets walked back out on, and Grizz is none better for it. What are you supposed to do when Zevi doesn't even need a sightline in order to kill you? No smiles, all business today.
I think the thing that saved that as well was Zevi going to re-smoke T-Con for his teammates and just coming back. That, you know, second of nothing.
This kill right here.
From Marsborne. Yeah, that's too damn clean. Zevi. So many targets on the screen and able to just stay calm and find both of them. I think that split second where Zevi was not home there on Ivy, Marsborne may have let up a little bit.
Bit of aggression towards these halls. We haven't really seen this deep before, and Art actually missed movement, bumps into the wall, tries to escape down the top. Instead, meets his maker. First time in a long time, maybe even ever, Marsborne get an early round kill that is not only untradeable, but it gives them a little bit of space to cook. And Zevi goes down, the head-to-head against Wolfie, not with an AWP, but with a Galil, getting overzealous, or maybe just trying to make a reactionary play. Decency, he's been successful many a time in trying to do the same, but one after another, they fall to the hold of Chop, and Cowsy and Decency, the ones that they've pointed the finger to in many a map before. This one's looking done. This is a great way to get started. Back onto this map with at least one round on this T side. It's a beginning to what could be something great.
Yeah, Marsborne didn't even have to do anything there. That was a bit of a heat check out of Fluxo with Art going aggressive. And then everybody, one by one, they were trying to just claw back that kill here for Fluxo. Ooh, so Marsborne just holding in place. It's good enough to find them their first here.
The crowd is alive. 2:45, by the way. Marsborne looking to string consecutive rounds together. It's the real way back into this map. The real way to build up a bit of respect from Fluxo, because you can see that round and where they first walk up through those halls. They get slapped down off fast. Vision gain. It's going to be a timing shot if he wants to take one, because the second smoke is bloomed just ahead of them. It was a bit of a one-way from Marsborne that enabled Wolfie to get that first hold. Fluxo don't want to let that one keep going for any much longer. The Incendiary looks to accomplish the same. A peek from behind it, a jiggle outward. Doesn't see anybody up top side. But once the off misses it, then it opens up opportunity for a walkthrough, a push to the 4 versus 4. Still favoring Marsborne, I would say.
And now Fluxo need to play light somewhere, but Train's kind of an interesting map. You oftentimes do have a solo B hold anyways. Favor that outside stack a little bit more. Decency gonna slip back in towards Ivy here. Just the other side of the smoke. Red's gonna have to be a hard clear.
Oh.
Will hit it. Now Art has picked up the big green here for himself.
Known to be an opper.
Yeah, has 2 angles that he's got to be holding on to, and that's the first one here for Art. The response out of Wolfie is good here, so they stay a man up here for Marsborne. Lukowski trying to spot anything here, but Marsborne have kind of slowed their game down. It's been working out here.
30 seconds. Need to make their move. They've got a lot of utility in order to do so. Could be a problem in flushing out positions, but just need to blow smoke. Oh, almost perfectly timed, and it will not up before they get spotted. Up still in this one to where Wolfie hit a very impactful kill moments ago to put an end to Art in the back lines. Knows that Kai was previously over in this area of the map, but he's got so much to hold on, and around the bomb train, it just simply wasn't enough. A near team ace for both of these two teams, but the difference maker's the double.
Yeah, I think this is where the coach from Marsborne needs to get back on the microphone again. This slower pace was working out for them. Just kind of a misstep here or there when they get into a situation where they can win the round. Just need to figure out, tweak that one thing that can get them around the finish line here. With this smoke break,
Perfect.
yeah, just so damn impactful. They do it again as well, and Kai able to find the one there at the end of it. So Fluxo up by 7 over Marsborne on their own map pick.
Kai never really the one responsible for taking a lot of the first contact, but this time he is actually given a bit of a pushback on upper halls. He wanted to do something. drops a smoke atop the Molotov, in which the T's try to stop and stuff, and he pushes. Oh wait, there's one player atop that red tree. He drops down. There was a real possibility in which Viz, if he was just a little bit more ballsy, had the gall to go in and out towards E-Box, he may have found a freebie, but he's never to have known that. Hindsight is 20/20, 8-1. They have to be about as meticulous in each of these plays as they possibly can, with a little bit of that chaos in the mix of the mid-round, but right now, again, a little bit slower of a pace. It worked before. I think they'd found the happy balance on the one they had pulled across the line, and even the last, they were damn near close. So let's see if this one will be another bit of the taste of medicine that Fluxo have been dealt. Tucked into this corner. One coming out through the smoke. It heard the ticks of the Molotov, and they're high, they're low, they're all over you.
Yeah, it looks like Marsborne just remembered all the boxes that they need to check here on and hit. Able to clear out every single angle. They stay 5 alive here for Marsborne. I don't even know what switch flipped there for them, but they just, you know, they checked all the boxes there on the entries.
They dedicated themselves to the call. Found themselves with only one way into that site from that stage, knowing that they've expended a lot of their utility, as well as known that they were heavily placed into T-Con and Pop. And when Fluxo don't make their move, Marsborne feel comfortable to make their own. A very, very nice second. We're getting late into this half where a third and a fourth are almost a must.
Almost.
A lot of these smoke spams early and well-founded, as all of these numbers have been pushed up close to Red Train and Olaf, to where Decency can afford to just send some shots forwards. If he elicits a body, then great. His teammates are more than able and capable of handling that. And now, oh, hold on, discretion from these players inside of Pop. Oh, it looked like Chop was ready for more. Looked like that they were all ready to go, but after the second swing from Viz is just a miss. Art, with this AWP that he has acquired from Zevy's corpse once more, he's doing a little bit of that work. So far, 3 of his 4 kills, pardon me, I believe, are with that weapon.
Yeah, no slouch with that gun as either.
Back in the day, he was the GOAT. Not really, but he was pretty good.
Yes, he's alright. 3v4. Grizz, Wolfie, and Modem split up as well here. Only 45 seconds to play, and they're going to start to regroup here towards the T-Con, join up with Modem. Fluxo have started to back up a little bit more as Art will train on this T-Con angle from Olaf with the AWP. Smokes to get deployed. Flashes to come over, but it's going to have to be a hard entry for Modem. No one giving up the position, no one giving up a shoulder except Art finding Modem here inside T-Con. Now Wolfie has to be the hero with only 20 seconds to play it. Grizz out to the red train here with the bomb as well. Across the shoulder, has to duck into the smoke but can't quite get there. Lukowski's gonna find Grizz straight through it. Wolfie, can you live? Wolfie, a little bit of movement, only 5 seconds to the end of the round. Not going to bode very well for him.
That was pretty impressive from Wolfie to find that kill there. He may get flashbacks to the old versions of Train, where that was something you'd see almost every day.
Oh yeah.
And go.
Yeah, the old movement on Train.
Oh yeah, dude. I was a fan. Tell you what. And that is unfortunately just going to be a flash in the pan. The 9th is there for Fluxo.
It's a timeout, but the coach is like, nah, you guys got it.
He's like, so, how's your day? You want a water?
What was it that Taz said?
Guys, we need to get some fucking rounds. Or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Let's go get some rounds.
I'm like, yes, you're right! Like Erwin's speech in my ear telling me to run in and die.
That's my
Bang.
coaching style. Guys, just win. Please. Marsborne have found limited success. When they did, it was those slower paced rounds, but I think it was missteps from Fluxo that kind of caused it's kind of more the catalyst of this. 2 rounds that Marsborne have been able to find was just kind of missteps, overextensions, I think, from Fluxo. And now Marsborne going to be going for a bit of an upper hit here. He has not been challenged all too terribly much other than that 1-for-1 on that A site. Rotation is here for Fluxo as well. They've done well to check out the Ivy angles. See nobody home. Art gonna go searching, and searching he'll find Wolfie. The upper for Marsborne hits the deck. That's just put a stop right to it.
Yeah, I was going to say that really just changes the pace of this one. It gets a sock stuffed in their mouth to shut them up for a few seconds before the execution does come through. Art aggressive at lower, doubly so now at upper, less successful perhaps though is Decency. Ever successful in this game, so it's been to find multis. Only the one this time around, but it's given Kai the time to shine. Now, still playing from that back. Oil, he's been softened, but it won't matter. He'll get 3, even falling off the top of the heavens above. Very easy for him, it would seem. And the smiles are still flowing.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're too stressed about this one. And I mean, why should you? Even Key, who's been just relegated more to that inner sight, can lock down for 3 when he's asked.
He's like the fallback guy, right?
Yeah.
Like when Decency and Lukowski have been dealt with, he's always that guy who's always in the back and ready and waiting to have his moment. And although it isn't always easy to deliver in those circumstances for him, he's quietly snuck himself to double digits to where it was periodically Decency, then Zevi, and now him. Nice shots out from blocks to deny anything from the dual Berettas initially, but eventually Modem will turn up a kill per gun, and one more left to find, stuck up in it. 2 players, same angle, holds it and turns his attention to where the last was, so you would have thought there was a world, but when there's a will, there's a way, and Marsborne have found it back into train.
I got a little dicey there, but Grizz picks up a 3rd. That will help things certainly here for Marsborne. Hey, what's a second comeback in one day here? They were
Why
staring
not?
down the barrel of a 10-2 scoreline at the half. See what Fluxo have got cooking up here for an eco round potentially. It's just a few upgraded pistols. Bomb headed towards upper.
Quick update, M80 and Chicken Coop are on map 3 right now, and Chicken Coop lead 3-1. That is on overpass, so they took Marsborne on that map, may I remind you, and right now we see that as we return our attention back to this map, the Desert Eagle of Art still kicking. He's a lone bird, flying solo. He's just trying to give them a run for their money right now and pull maybe a rotation or 2 or a late alert activation. He's done good to deal with Chop, but I could only assume that they would go searching to see where he's perched himself, but adios to the in-game leader. Wolfie gets up close and forced to load. This weapon has been nerfed. I remind you, great crosshair displacement from the first of that flies outward, but the time enough for them to arrive back on scene. We can see Marsborne getting loud in the front row. 4 guys. I see a couple more chairs next to him. Any more Marsborne fans, you should feel free to scooch on over there. Bink.
Damn. It's quick out of Art. But now a 4th for Marsborne. They do take a couple of casualties, so Fluxo do cause a couple rebuys here for Marsborne. Wolfie on the AWB. Fluxo back into the rifles here. A little bit of T-con pressure here for the T side, but they are headed towards upper here early.
T-side lurk smoke out through main there that they wanted to. They could have played between, but the Molotov at Olaf definitely makes it more difficult if anybody wanted to do so.
Chop very quickly drops an incendiary in here on the contact towards upper. Fluxo happy to wait. Still a minute 20 to play. That's a good HE though. Follow up on the smoke throwing area towards upper. Here comes the lower flash. It will be the MP9 Chop that gets challenged. Only good for 1. Wolfie though from the heavens here. Oh, but he stacks the scope and he's getting flanked from underneath as well. Gotta be careful. Gotta be worried for Wolfie as he'll run out of time there. Closing the gap actually was Zevi. As Bottom's gonna find Decency. Zevi was quite close. Now has to backpedal to find the bomb here on the train. Bottom not moving.
These are kind of the ones that get the most interesting at the very ends, especially considering how much that Modem has to work with. He's not expelled any of his utility yet in this round. It's spotted. Zevi, he has the element of surprise now. Heads up, aim duel, maybe. Oh, what is that from Zevi? He barely even saw him. I was going to say the name of the game, but speaking of heads up, heads off, Modem. That clutch, a little anticlimactic, but very impressive from Zevi.
Jesus. Okay, Xavier, I see you.
Gotta have reaction times like that to be the op, I guess.
It all came from that little jump spot that he hit there after the plant. Spawning Monum. He was just holding in place just to be sure he could make a rotation to either site. But now Marsborne, they are broken here on the map pick. It's an outside battle that actually does start to go the way here of Marsborne. A good flash from the back line. It's the MP9 that brings away his Grizz from the back. It's very damn close, but Grizz and Shop can get it done. 5 for Marsborne. And they're getting excited again.
What's that? Oh, he's in chat. He's supporting in 2 ways. Look at that. What's your guys' excuse? Why aren't you in Windsor, Ontario? Come on out. Still. Hey, chat, tell us what you think of us, is what Marsborne had just said, one of the Marsborne members. I don't know what your affiliation with Marsborne is, but let's go. Heck yeah.
Looks like some giving away shirts, too.
Yeah, they were. They gave it to a guy who's sitting right in the front row right now, screaming their praises. That's how you make a fan. Chill. Lukowski, he's elevated right now to see if anybody wanted to do something funny towards Red Train. You can get up that ladder, and if you do sit yourself atop of it, you will have been seen. It's an interesting little gimmick, but doesn't really often pan out for you. But it's better to try it, I guess, at some point in the half and change things up. Viz playing the Decenty special.
Yeah, I don't think you can spot the location where the CTs like to post themselves on top of Red, so you can check out both.
Hello.
Oh, hi there.
Hello. Yeah. Oh!
Thanks, production. No, but a lot of CTs will jump up towards the top of that ladder just so that they can spot both towards Pop and T-Con on radar.
Will he be seen from that back box if he were to walk out a little wider? I wonder.
Let's do a science experiment here. They're getting back up into some boost here behind the smoke. Very stalled out from Marsborne, as now they're going to make their hit happen. Viz going to have a lot of pressure coming his way as the smoke will get deployed in the pocket of bottom. Lukowski able to find the headshot as the smoke does not quite extinguish the Molotov in time. Viz still ready and waiting. Won't pull trigger on the first one. It's 1-for-1 as Lukowski finds the trade. Now Grizz and Wolfie tucked on the site. E-box swing comes through. Wolfie somehow comes out on top of that engagement, but a second one is a little bit too much to ask. It's up to Grizz.
This is a great spot. Yeah, goodbye, bomb planter. 5 seconds left. He's got to get the kill. Balor dancing around the side of it. Hold on, DC. He might have a shot at it. 1 bullet's needed, but Grizz may have just killed him after time, but whether or not he did, it's still a Marsborne round. Chop's giving it a smile. Monum's giving it a raise. And Marsborne might be giving him one as well soon if they can make this comeback.
Yeah, the time just betraying Fluxo there. They spent so damn long chilling around in their boost there, and T-Con kind of timed themselves out here. I think Monum was reaching for a smoke there for that Molotov. Did not quite. I don't even know what happened there. I saw him pull it out. He died to the molly though. He had 100 HP.
He's pulling his Glock out.
Oh no. Well, I'll tell you who's pulling their Glocks out. It's Fluxo.
Oh, okay, getting a little bit, you know, disrespectful in the rounds in which you know that you can. Let's go, Chop. Okay, double down. Nobody in brown halls any longer, but trying to recuperate that same spot as Zebi, but seen by the Terminator. See some taps.
Slow walk here towards upper. The remaining 3 Brazilians. It's Chop. On for the ace and has potential to find it, but gonna think better of getting rid of the entire B site for 1 kill. We're gonna get challenged either way, gonna line him up, only 1-for-1 here. As Zevi able to find the kill, cover a rifle, has the bomb. Has 3 CTs that are rotating in towards him. He's getting closed in on very quickly. Modem here, playing the patient game towards Pop. Does not want to give Zevi a route back, and that's what Zevi is searching for here, and Modem able to collect it. 7 now at the call up for Marsborne.
Killer instinct starting to settle. The boys alive and awake now. Is that Barks root beer? That's a good choice if that is what that is from Wolfie.
Barks root beer.
Yeah. Are you familiar?
Oh yeah.
Sounded like you didn't know what Barks root beer was for a second, and then I'd have to question this cast. I like A&W. I'm Canadian. We have in Texas.
So having a bit of a bug moment.
And Mac 10 for Art. He's known to be a bit of a rascal when it comes to being a high-flying, aggressive player. Molotov from his teammate actually going to stall him out from trying to go deeper into Pop where it looked like he wanted to trend. Here comes his second go at it if he'd like with the op posted on him. Maybe he can bait out the shot, and that's a pretty decent amount of information that they will gain if he can do so. Over top and high, killed, taken out from the sky. Hello, Wolfie's here. He'll clip your wings as well as decent teases. Once before he may have been a nightmare to you, but stalling out once the in-game leader brings out his classic sniper. Now he can just play all the way back if he so please.
And Fluxo dropping that smoke to help clear themselves out of T-Con here. Viz in a familiar position where he was able to grab one. The last time, they're going to re-hit this boost here, Tony.
Someday it'll work.
Yep.
If you do it over and over again. They're due. It's due. There's a replay for that mid-round, actually. Look at this. See ya.
Wow.
In case you forgot. He's vibrating. Slow down. Bro, relax.
Got to keep himself warm somehow.
Not trying to get paralysis
Hang
on
on
the
a
angle
minute.
hold.
15 seconds.
Yeah,
they're done. They're out of the round. Viz going to go hunting.
Oh, wait, he did see his head. Oh, no, he didn't. Never mind. Betrayed by the...
Oh.
He doesn't know there were two there, though.
Oh, do it.
Oh, no! It backfired! They waited so long. They were so patient. They did everything right.
Oh, man. Grizz spots it at the very end. 8.
A third time. Deserves a little bit of spotlight put on it. Lukowski doesn't have a weapon because he died after time?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He's pulling his Glock out.
Okay. Now it's true. That's the AWP once more having its impact known as Art gets a little bit tilted and frustrated. The first to fall in many of these rounds.
There's a gun.
He's yet to really have a chance to play the game on the T side, it feels.
There's a little 69 ADR there for the Art. Now the B ramp will come, and Chop gets fully blinded up. Full screen of white. Does well to find some damage, though. It's about a half HP here on two of these Fluxo players, but Lukowski punches in the numbers. Wolfie from the back line lines it up towards Oil. Decent T is going to hit the deck. Was one of the lower HP players here on Lukowski. Hanging out. Got 2.5 men here for Fluxo. Grizz. Looking to shut it down from the back line. 2 headshots in quick succession. Lukowski not long for this world. Marsborne going to go up to 9.
Wolfie and Grizz, what have they done to this Fluxo team in that round? Patience is a virtue for Wolfie, and it nets him a triple kill. Grizz, no patience. Instead, just a full walk down through those steps, and headshots connect. Killer. Again, these instincts are, I will say,
Yeah,
the
that's
animals, man.
One round on the T side here for Fluxo. Just the one. And now another rifle round to try and take a crack at it, but they still do not have the utility that you want to have here on your T side. Still working with 2 Galils. Key has nothing in the pocket.
Getting up close to this T-con position has really been easy for Marsborne. They haven't been given much pushback in being able to do so. A lot of focus in this upper and inner bomb site. It's been kind of weird when things don't go their way in the initial stages of their plan, the phase 1. Oh, Chop is kind of alone, though. A flash comes out from the back of the B-bomb stage to allow him to fight forwards, but there is no way out. The distance between him and the exit is just too far gone, and they go 1-for-1. That actually may come back to haunt them, because this B site becomes all the more easy to execute if you know that the numbers are weakened. But here comes the rotation. Way late, though. No, one's in the back. It's going to be these two players left with it all. A burst is easy enough, and Grizz again with the headshots, again with that AK-47 finding his impact, and this is before the bomb is even planted.
Yeah, Fluxo are worried now of how long that took. The rotation already here. It's Art and Decenty. 2-on-3. Pressure from behind, not quite there.
Playing together.
On a push up. Art just narrowly misses the movement once again, gets caught up on the train. Now the location's known for at least one of these players, and Decency stays facing. They're still going aggressive. Art goes for one, Mana finds the other. It's Viz now for the backline, gets on the defuse. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second.
Can't get around! He gets him! I thought there was a
Oh
lip
my.
on the edge of the train in which kept him from getting him, but it looked like mere milliseconds. But milliseconds in the game of Counter-Strike are the difference between life, death, a round, and a map. It's 12. Fluxo very narrowly getting it, and that has to be heartbreak. If you're a spectator, or even Modem himself, watching that timer go down on the defusal, you think you've got it, you think you've nailed it, the right decision, and ice in his veins, but it melts.
Oh, 0.02 I saw there at the end of that. With those guys. That was damn close. So 3 chances now for Fluxo to take us to Ancient. It's 1-for-1 here outside early, and now the pop play comes through. Modem's doubled up. Wolfie can't quite hit the follow-up shot, so a wounded Modem has to fall a little bit backwards and reload. Decency now exits out of the pop dog. Position known, the B flank from Chop, not going to be there in time. How quick can he arrive?
Perfect. Minimal damage taken. Now he can play for this knowing that there's one deeper in the site and that Grizz can clear out his left side easy enough. You would have thought. I thought that he had the edge on him. Now it has to be Chop. It needs to be him to bring it back before it's a map taken by Fluxo. The Brazilians, although it might have gotten a little closer than they would have liked. Comfort, none of that. We go again. We go to the next map. And Marsborne, a valiant effort, frankly, on what looked like it was pretty dangerous to try and make a comeback on for this team.
I'm surprised it wasn't like a more target man, but you know, best of threes, you can't. You only have so much wiggle room there on your vetoes, so it's Ancient, it's Fluxo's pick, it's a Marsborne CT side start. Grizz, that's one way to get it open here. First initial pickup for Grizz inside of middle. Cave controller gonna get grabbed here by Fluxo. Zebi. 1-for-1 here with Modem, who's just lining them up here with dual Berettas. A favorite for all cave players here.
Yes, P250 still has the chance to do something wicked. Art still in the cave and waiting for his teammate to join by his side with the bomb now crossed. There's one to either side of short, needing to get a safer plan. They need that money above all else, and Art eventually, no, not putting it down, actually eliciting them to walk through, both of them out of the equation, and welcome to the clutch in Wolfie. The first crawls up, the bomb will be planted, and IGL versus IGL, the battle of the brains, but who's got the brawn to bring? A P250 again, the higher firepower rate, but with no armor, perhaps Wolfie can tear through him. A Glock with higher ammo, higher potential to send shots through. A tap to the bomb that won't bring Art forwards. It would have had to have been the 5-second stick in fear of him, but eventually he'll walk it forwards, and it seems that Wolfie has outbrained him.
I love picking up the Glock on CT side. I don't know what it is about the Glock in Counter-Strike 2. It just feels so much better than a USP sometimes. And I'm the pistol guy, Tony.
All right, you are pistol ping.
I think that was something that you coined me as well.
Pistol ping.
Pistol ping.
The wide ping.
Wide ping.
This is the craziest, I think, pullback from the boys of Fluxo, though, that could have been gifted over to them. Exactly what Art wanted when he faked that bomb plant. Still having his player sat as a turret inside of that cave for once they had waltzed up. The both of them able to activate, but not enough.
What?
Oh, Wolfie's offing.
It is round 2, fellas.
Dude, I just realized they get 5 kills. They get $250 extra per player. Somebody just dropped that over to him for sure.
God damn. Okay. Up in the hands of Wolf here in round 2, and it will be well met by a Fluxo investment as well. Decenty, though. With the sidearm, the one to dispatch Chop.
Okay. Got AK-47s on Arden Lukowski as well that could be dangerous. Viz doesn't really know what he's working up against, given his teammate had gone down to his control, and he doesn't know. Sitting inside the flames, Modem, how is he alive? Oh, he won't be for long. A man down now as he looks to get deeper entrenched in that position and hoping that it was clear from that point forth. The ramp player pulled the AK-47 off of the body. Both of them now let them loose with body armor on DC and Kai. Both of them can make use of them, but Wolfie's got a sight line from behind and over top the flames.
AK from Decent T, gonna find Grizz. That's one straight through the smoke here for Wolfie.
Kidding me?
Decent T on for a three-piece. Wolfie looking to match him here.
Decent T has a molly. The bomb is planted for him to spam too. Does he have a lineup for this?
I think Decent T is about to play some Valorant here. Molotov lineup possible, but just gonna face check it from the ramp. Wolfie just not scoping in time. Decent T grabs 4, grabs the AWP. That was the risk that they were taking, bringing that gun into the round like that.
I'm getting flashbacks from Train. That second round 4K. Decent T. History repeats itself. He's about to get another, and it all starts with the pistol ripping them to shreds at the bottom side of the ramp. Good Lord, how could you have possibly accommodated for that?
Very well. Mid-side smoke looking to get thrown out here by Fluxo.
Sevi gets the off Wolfie's body from last round.
He sure does.
From that pickup.
That was the risk that they were running, bringing it into that second round. Fluxo wanted to play with some pace, and some pace, they'll bring it to Viz. Straight to the face. Now, Art, Mac 10.
Getting pre-fired like that. Viz probably replaying the mode. He's cheating! Clip in the back of his head. He has no idea how he could possibly have known that he was there, let alone found such accuracy before he was able to even fire a shot out of his gun. Modem loses all of his teammates in the first 40, now finds himself flooding over towards A main, flushing out any position to maybe find a gun. He's got body armor. This is a force that had been absolutely crushed. And with all this time on the clock, I mean, save would be awkward, and maybe he will get a little bit of a moment to strike, but pretty accurately held.
Zevi just gonna plant the bomb here on the B site. Modem. Now this becomes a little interesting here, Tony, because Modem's gonna want to find some exit frags just to get a little bit more of a cash bonus here. He's going to sit just outside these doors and hope that somebody from Fluxo exits, A, to grab a gun, B, to grab a kill and some extra cash. You've already got $50. 100 would be better for you.
And there will be no phoning a friend on this one.
No, just Modem. All by himself, by his lonesome here in the B doors. No one's going to come his way. All by myself. Terrorists win. I mean, this was kind of how Marsborne started off map number 1. It was looking a little dejected. They were able to claw themselves back here later on in the game.
Yeah.
Just trying to feel out what Fluxo are trying to do here early.
That was on their T side, though. Marsborne gifted with the defense. Doesn't really shine as bright as theirs did over on Train. I mean, I like that they're gonna go for something a little bit grouped. I mean, the walk up and double dink down onto Sevi. He doesn't even get to send any of them packing. Needed to play 2 for their life there, and Lukowski needs to do the same. But talking about next round, talking about what this means now with rifles brought out once again. Unknown whether or not they'll be able to afford an AWP. Think they will, but I'm not sure the move. I mean, they had their thumb over the top of Fluxo on that second round, given the finances. What a long-range shot.
Jesus. They sure did. Somebody with the free cam is out touching some grass. I saw the ducks out by the pond here at St. Clair College.
In Windsor, Ontario.
Windsor, Ontario.
2000 Alberta.
Alberta.
Isn't it like Talbot or something? Or
Talbot.
Isn't that the road?
I don't know.
Something like
Colonel Talbot. Yeah, you're right. Gave you the postal code too.
Longitude, latitude. Okay, hold on now, though. Very quickly have they tried to make an aggressive play over towards Cave's side CTs, and I didn't think that Viz would actually fully commit to whatever the hell that was, but Decent T, he'll fall victim to it and kind of be scratching his head as to what was I supposed to do in counteraction.
Yo, entry and backpedal strategy, I like it. Grizz gets flashed off here, tries to duck back in a donut, not gonna make it. Zart finds the initial headshot. Key will punch in the numbers. 4-on-4, A site, one of the easier ones to retake here for Marsborne, but they don't have much utility to get this one done. Potentially one flash to go over the breach. Viz gonna find the opener here on Zevi. Housing, trade back Key, swinging around these angles, doubles up.
Oh,
Is Lukowski. Finds a third on the way out here as well. Fluxo quickly up to 4. Marsborne, they got nothing going right now.
look at the proactivity coming out from the rifles of Fluxo right there. Every kill transpires, and every time that they get them, they turn their attention to a new position and find their success even there. And Lukowski, he gets to reap the rewards of their bodies ever moving. He sets himself inside that cave, that donut position with a teammate right next to him planted just as well. And they can just look left and right while everybody else might be making 180-degree flicks. It opens up for them to have their time to shine. Multi, met by a nade is Decent T, but the weapons on the other end, just as poor as they'd once expected. In a deep smoke in towards Cheetah. He can play on the other end of that, and Viz, there's no shot he's going for the random spam this time around.
Not with the Deagle. Art that goes for the hard clear, which Monum will meet well here with the 5-7. And Decent T stays posted. Yeah, he gets dropped down to 28 HP here. The Deag nearly collects another here for shot, but Decent T gonna find Monum. Trying to extend himself through the smoke. 5-7 angle, gonna get clued away. Easy as Viz rips Lucchesi out of the round. It's a 3-on-3. HP going the way of Marsborne. Firepower to Fluxo. Still, there's the pistols. They haven't been able to recover any of these rifle picks they found. They've all been in ramp. They've all been in vision now of Fluxo.
But still, it's Fluxo have to keep on keeping on. They gotta be the ones to walk into the site at the end of the day. And which one they choose won't really matter. There is a player in either direction, 2 on B. So they are locked in to a decision, and one in which they will fully find resolve for. The walk up the ramp with a shadow advantage for Viz. He's already gotten them in cave. He's dealt with one at ramp, and now he has a teammate by his side to where they can collapse on the same 2 last left with the bomb on their back with a smoke towards short shore, but needing to get shots through and nothing going their way beyond what Viz has been able to deliver, an early kill from bottom.
That's Fluxo. That do have the bomb plant now. Grizz and Viz, the Iz brothers, trying to close in the space. They line up for the 5-7. As Grizz is gonna find the opener. Kai has to guess which way is he coming from? Which way is he gonna put you in the ground? A second for Marsborne here, just using the pistols.
Grizz playing with his food and going fishing for a fight. See you later. A second round for Marsborne. The pistols the ones to do it. A Viz massive pair of kills. The headshots are great. The damage that he had dealt at the final stages of it sends Grizz right onto that pillar, and in between it, anxiety will ensue. And now Fluxo have some questions. They're going to be tossing around a couple of different alternatives in this next round to try and figure out how to work around the rifles to where the pistols have been giving him a lot of issue. He was still seen smiling though, and that's something that's remained consistent, but how much smiling can you really do in this next round as you get back and involved? Falls flat in mid with a double down.
Looks like Marsborne are starting to kind of figure out Fluxo's game plan here.
B-side itself is clear though.
For now, Decent T can catch a timing here on Chop.
No longer.
Yeah. Window of opportunity has closed. Still inside mid. Zevi and Art trying to probe something towards Donut with the CT smoke. Viz straight through the wall on Decent T, so there's your B-fold gone. So that wrinkle has been removed, straightened out, completely ironed away. And Fluxo have to just try and find something here towards Donut. Even the pedal back towards Cave.
Art knows that Viz is likely in this position given the advantage. There's no reason to abandon it. Shadow advantage again for Viz. Seems to be a regularity, and that's another multi for the man on a mission. This B site very much so held up by him in the timeout called physically, visibly by Lucid. Wants to give the boys some words of wisdom before they re-engage.
Yeah, keep them level-headed here, as they are on a bit of a run. 2 in a row now for Marsborne after that 4-round stretch from Fluxo. Money's looking a little weird here for the Brazilians, Tony. Tech 9s, Glocks, AK in the hands of Art with full util. And he purchased fully down.
That's very Art of him. Something I could probably come to expect. Everybody else only budgeting to about the $2,000 mark. He doesn't go all the way down. He doesn't find himself
he refunded the utility.
in the trenches, at least. You know, just a casual smoke double flash. Let's see what they're going to use it for, though, because if they die before they even leaves their hands, that's going to be an issue. Boost up. Again, AK-47 not an op. Further, there's 2 fires in this direction. Viz is sustaining serious damage even still through that wall down to 8, but they lost decency in that time frame, and somebody needs to recover the automatic rifle, but I don't think they can. Where has it been put? Where does it lie?
Line up again to try and find some more spam damage.
Spammage, if you will.
Spammage. There's triple boost here out of Fluxo. Art all the way at the top, but did find the head of Chop. I heard an oh my god from stage. Not expecting it. A second victim surely to fall now. Art, what the hell is this? They dismantle the boost now, but that's 2 picks from over the top of the site. Marsborne did not see it coming.
And seen, oh, Grizz! More of the beautiful work that we had come to witness from Train on the AK-47 on the defense, no less. Give him that weapon, and you're going to be in for a rude awakening, and Art's done so much for them in this round to get involved even in the first place, and Grizz eventually will be put down. Art's not done on his tyranny. His reign is supreme. Will it find himself all over this round in a win? As where's Lukowski? Where's Lukowski? The bomb is planted on B. It's just going to defuse it. Okay, well, are they going to stall out for long enough for him to...
They have to think about the fact that Lukowski could be here, and that's opened up a window of opportunity for Lukowski, who's walked all the way around spawn. We'll find the first one here on Mon. Wolfie, full HP, the Opper on a rifle this time.
Full stick?
But only 29 HP. This is looking like Train all over again. Lukowski! That was the weirdest round I think I've ever seen. We had a triple boost, 2 players die on the B site for Marsborne without seeing a damn thing. A late round rotation from Art. I mean, look at this.
What an awesome set of circumstances for him. He just sits patient. It's the...
And then Grizz, it was like, oh, that's a round-winning play right there for him. Can't find this kill. And
Olafmeister boosted with the scout. He doesn't know where he's going to kill from.
What's going on?
The new Olaf boost. It's been around for a while.
It has. But to find 2 kills off the back of it?
2? 2? The AK even. Not even an AWP. Trying to limit any of these players from walking up these B steps with bodies. Marsborne might actually be met with some serious damage. Okay. Nearly killing his teammate. Bottom staying alive is pretty big, because I think that would have sent Art inward even further beyond, and they're playing on opposite sides of this tarp, and he seems to know it. He seems to be aware. Ever present is his state of mind, but the bomb from Zevi now has an opportunity to continue walking it back and up in towards A. He's got a molly. Lukowski has a smoke, but if Lukowski gets a kill, then maybe even better.
Zevi out. Bomb in his back, op in his hands. 50 seconds to either win it or live. Has a route to the A side if he wants to take it. That's a long ways away.
Yeah, I think he's more focused on holding on to his AWP and maybe finding a kill or 2 here and there, and if that opens up something greater, then perhaps. But no, unwise to throw this one to the wayside. He will not be able to afford, I don't believe. The loss bonus I don't think is hit 2 yet. And he won't have armor even if he did. So yeah, this is good. He can drop an AK to somebody else. Art can make one of his Art calls that typically involve a little bit of a wacky maneuver, one that may be unpredictable for Marsborne. And I'm kind of interested to see what that is, actually. I'm kind of interested to see what he cooks up, because those kinds of rounds are some of the most fun.
Little wacky maneuvers.
Yeah, doing a little bit of silly action with some MAC-10s, maybe on a timing with a flash or through a smoke or a pop.
All right, let's boost 5 people over the B wall.
Okay.
See what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't.
Everybody get on that box at the bottom of B ramp, and we'll get a little crazy.
Can you double boost on that box?
I don't know. I've never checked. So
Wait, have I just cooked, Chet? That could be something. That could be a major winning play right there.
Someone figured that out for us.
Get on it. Jamie? Okay, no MAC-10s, 2 Tech 9s, giving AKs. He's been sacrificial in ensuring that Kai and Lukowski are fully equipped and belted. Still is Zevi, who also had to give some of his teammates some love financially. But they're already at the point where the utility they've got means one single execute. There's no funny business beyond that as far as fakes or hard lurks will go trying to set them up for them.
Yeah, we're throwing this kind of red room to A smoke, so that's, if that's funky to you, then...
Told you it would get weird.
Yeah. Well, Viz has jumped into the smoke grenade here as well, and ready and waiting for them to start to wrap around, but here they do wrap around on towards the A site. Viz able to find one. Monum head on a swivel. Able to drop this play from the back line, but Lukowski's going to double up here in the red room. Wolfie and Viz hit the dirt.
There's nobody on B. They've had a player at the bottom side of this ramp to try and walk it up at some point in time, and that's what he's done. He's waited for so long, and patience is a virtue, but potentially they may end up meeting each other in a way they wouldn't have liked. And Chop has no idea. He's hoping to cut off their rotation. He's hoping that they're going to go back to spawn. And I think this might actually be kind of crazy depending on what the timing of the double lurk is. The Tech 9 sees him first. He turns his attention. Both of them almost a sixth sense, but neither will fully engage.
The gap must have been calm for Chop to start checking over towards the B ramp, but decent. There's a nice little headshot out of the Tech 9. Lukowski looking for a third. Decent as well, looking for a third. It's up to Modem. Does and checks the long angle. 6 rounds for Fluxo. Confirm the tie.
Looks like that outside the box play did work after all. Kowski with the double kill was all the more important. He knows that he was low enough to the tag of Zevi to where he could have just run and gun him in that proximity, and a good spray through the wall to do the damage onto the 2 versus 2 that makes it all the more simple to triangulate where the last would be from. Oh, and they do a little bit of their own desperation move here in terms of their finances. It's 3 M4s, the pistol for Wolf. Shot callers are definitely selfless. In life, you kind of need somebody like that. The soldiers, and right now, Art is performing as such. Good spray from Decency onto the initial, and damage into the next is non-existent. There's a lot of heat coming on towards this B ramp right now, though. Wolfie wants the AK-47, gets away scot-free. I can't believe that Art had to try to get on top of that one with the MP9 on top of things. At Cave is ever consistent, never reliable for at least his one. One was good, 2 was almost needed, but you know who's there to actually close out on that deal and seal? It's Chop.
Chop with the double up here. Okay, and Zevi trying to scale themselves out of the shelf here. They've still got options. They've still got time.
Bogdan's Law.
You switch it up. If Grizz here on the elbow. Could be the wrinkle in the fold that they're not checking for. It's just who spots who first here from the elbow angle. It's going to be a walk back down here for Zevi. 34 seconds. They're going to re-hit towards this B side. Chop. No util. Long range angle. Just spotting for information. Well, now spot that. Grizz can make his rotation, but he's going to have to be careful. They don't know if there's anyone cave.
Perfect placement of the fire at long. There's no way up for Chop from that angle. Bomb plant is nice, with the next round of the half being the last. They needed it at the very least that much, and Zevi being the healthiest of the two of them. This is a clutch certainly winnable. He's going to play with some vindication, holding his own around this pillar and trying to find them each one after another, but instantaneous is the kill from Chop, who was only on 1 kill before that round. Welcome. Entering a little late in this half perhaps, but not nearly late in the game. We're only entering the halfway point as mentioned.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a slow burn in some of these rounds. It feels like we're already in the second half, but still one to play it here. It's been the pace of Fluxo. That's kind of the Brazilian style. Sometimes you go with quite a bit of pace, and sometimes you're running the clock down to 30 seconds every round. So this final round of the half, it's still a bit of a mix-up on the buy. Fluxo just have not been able to consistently get purchases into this one, but last round of the half, they'll purchase up what they can. Still Tech 9s for Art and Lukowski. They were able to claw the round back the last time we saw them with a buy like this. The A-side getting prodded here early is not something we've seen out of them. Grizz, that's a good headshot there on the Art here through the smoke. Needs one more. Wolfie tested on the A-side.
That spot in mid is Grizz's sweet. Wolfie right now showing a little bit of that same consistency from back at Temple. Haven't really seen a whole hell of a lot from the AWP in particular. Not necessarily Wolfie, but this AWP has only just now really dealt Fluxo the dirtiest of hands. That tie's not looking all that far out of the realm of possibility, but a Galil, a Smoke, a Tech 9, I mean, as far as what they've got in their hands right now, they're going to be looking at it and saying to themselves, this might be beginning of the second half already, but Marsborne, they still have to finish the job, and out long, Chop, who had just started to activate previous, now he's got a chance to maybe farm up some more, or Modem, who's in business spot. Typically, it's a little bit of a jump scare, dink down, and laser focused and accurate are Marsborne by the end on this 12.
Yep, 22 seconds. Going to be a long shot here for Kai if he wants to
Get him, boys.
put himself in the clutch area, but not going to happen this time. 6-6. Marsborne do well to tie that one back up, and that's, I mean, you're right about that AWP not having much of an impact in that game. We saw it in the second round purchase from Wolfie, which was a little eyebrow raising, I think, for us. And we hadn't seen it from either team in quite some time.
He was experiencing PTSD whenever he hovered over it to buy on the round after that second, yeah. Come home. Art does love his upgraded pistols on these rounds, man. That's something to be noted. None of which for Marsborne, though. They're just going to be jumping it up and inward with Art overwhelmed, can't adjust, and nobody else able to help out.
I want to hear what the cons were there from Viz. Peeking out elbow and spotting all four, jumping at him. Duo Beretta's only able to find the one. Now Decency tagging away here from the cave. Waiting for his teammates to join him. Marsborne are well dug in on the site. A lot of crossfire angles here for Fluxo, who do not have the CT player in position just yet. Lukowski's still trying to get into that real estate, but it's getting shut down. Shop with the dual Berettas will close the round. Marsborne finds 7. They find all 5 there at the end of it.
Everyone goes down. Marsborne hold their own. They're not letting this one go, not yet. You take our map pick, well, we're at the very least going to push you to your limits now. A vengeance in the eyes of each of their players, with Grizz certainly looking lively on the player cam, following a pistol victory as consistent, as dominant as that. Look at these Galils, all of them. They're playing up against nothing.
Nothing.
Not even a single thing.
They still got a few pea shooters out there in the field. It's going to have to be a lineup for Grizz. All right, buddy.
Get your ace. Get your ace. You better not kill him. Dude!
Oh, got him.
Why, man? Come on. He's like, dude, I have to secure the round. I don't want to lose.
That one USP could mean the world.
Getting greedy, man. Come on.
It's all good. You like to get those little rounds where you look cool. You can put that one in your highlight reel for the LAN later. Don't leave it there too long so it's obvious with USBs, you know.
Or just like don't show the HUD.
Yeah, yeah.
Be disingenuous.
Hey, look at this sick highlight. All their hands are blurred.
They got like no utility on them right now. Retake? Nuh-uh. Counter utility? No, sir.
Gun? Yeah.
They're gonna need to hold on to those smokes for the rest of time, unless they just intend on stuffing them for 40 to 50 seconds and then hoping that would be enough to find good duels.
Banking on some dry swings working out here for him. Season T gonna take a peek in towards mid. A bullet whizzes past his ear. Now knows the positioning. They're gonna group up here towards mid to try and flush bottom out, who does not have much of a chance. Wolfie as well gonna take some damage. Zevi finding the elbow teammate of Grizz. This is working. Strength in numbers here for Fluxo inside of middle. Left a battered Marsborne to have to back on out. A reload gets hit here towards the ramp. There's more damage done, but not a kill confirmed. Just frustration for Marsborne, who get left in a 3-on-3, but they gotta limp their way up the ramp.
Kowski could have had the round in the palm of his hands right there with all of that killing he could have committed. Low on HP are a lot of players. The only one that isn't floating around the half HP mark or less is Decency. So he's just kind of leaning on his own laurels and trying to play buddy-buddy with the other two B-bomb site defenders. But 20 seconds left.
So annoying when you're a player.
I think we're saving.
So annoying when you're a player. Like, it's like getting tagged by a scout. Like, I'd rather you just kill me. I don't want to walk around with 20 HP.
With my heart in my throat.
Yeah, like...
Sneeze on me and I'll collapse.
Yep. Just hit the head, guys, please. Let me spectate for a little bit.
Fluxo get their one here, though. Given that streak and run of form from Marsborne, it was bound to happen at some stage, at some state. The CTs on their defensive, not requiring Zevi to pick up anything all too responsibility heavy. Got that A1S and where the 2 kills in mid, despite finding 6 HP after it had transpired, it was enough. And nobody else but him could do it.
Yeah, now Fluxo will have the utility that they need. The CT side can start to get settled in. Art on an MP9 as well. He really does love those SMGs, doesn't he?
Art, yeah. You sure do.
Little MP9 demon.
See what Lucid's got for him. I can't believe he gets this kill, to be honest with you. I thought that he would be a dead man walking. There have been a lot of stunners this map, dude. Particularly, I feel like players are getting either powered up or peeled off that shelf. Grizz was a nightmare to them at the bottom side of mid when all he needed was
just send
their
Grizz elbow. Just send Grizz elbow and you'll probably win the game.
Good lord, yeah. I mean,
shoot him out there for some mid fights. Instead, he's relegated to throwing the flashes for somebody else. It's Modem. Going to be cannon fodder here inside mid as that cave peak surely soon to come. It was that SMG of Art, so not going to be taking any damage from that one. Now the A hits looking to come through here. They snap onto it and they're all dead. Res chop fault. It's another one here as Wolfie will drop Zevi. Somehow this gets called back to a 3-on-3 here early, but Fluxo are already here. I'm still in A main. They're going to get mollied out. Potential reroute back towards it, but they've just abandoned poor Wolfie here with the bomb. Can't even cross back over without worrying about a big box play. But Fluxo now going to reroute towards mid as well. They're going to meet them here.
Oh, but they don't know about that second player. He could just walk up a little wider and deepen him back. That's a lot for Art now that he can calm over. He can also get an upgrade for free, which is pretty cool. But above all else,
pretty swag.
Above all else, I don't see nobody. And that's going to leave Kai with some decisions to make. Pushes himself much more holistically into that A-bomb site. And what
T-smoke?
What was that?
I think that was supposed to be the CT
I think
smoke.
he hit it off the wall, dude.
Yeah.
He just gave up the game almost, unfortunately. Man. That is a...
That was supposed to be the CT smoke that you throw from back there, and he hit the wall with it.
Yeah, and yeah, time for the team ace for Fluxo as well. Everybody getting active.
And a nade. Yeah, that was a huge play into mid. All the information gathered there early, and they're able to all get one apiece here. The door smoke gets deployed for Fluxo. And then we have yet to really see here on the CT side. Lukowski's going to go aggressive, HE down. Yeah, meet him as well with the utility.
It was weird. I didn't know who I was looking at from the point of view of. And oh no, in the smoke they'll go down. They've got a timing, one that's stunted by the incendiary in case they wanted to make something happen in a split-second decision, and a second even deeper with the wider swing as the first is faded. Viz thought that he might have had something cooking there. Thought he might have had it way in. Thought he might have brought them a kill on a silver platter in the very least. Strike some fear into Fluxo, but a 5 versus 3 to where they know there's at least one more nearby. Chop, I mean, going down just by the side of him makes it seem a little bit choreographed. Mid control to regain. There's a tucked player in Kai who's just been chilling, holding it, and maybe expecting them to haphazardly walk by his crosshair line and meet their doom. Oh man, this one, they're not allowed out.
Not at all, and Fluxo, it's only a couple kills to find to reclaim their lead, but Wolfie has other ideas here. So will be a max in entry here onto Art. Be allowed to plant this bomb, which I think is huge here for Marsborne. It's going to be a small victory for them if they cannot get these remaining few players, and they're not going to here with the no utility, lesser firepower. Fluxo back up to 9.
Well, that's Fluxo guys once more returning to the form on the previous map, and obviously not their choice was that train. And it felt like they were making some pretty good moves. Felt like they had a pretty good handle on the situation as well as what Marsborne wanted to do, almost forcing them to do what they wanted. And that round was a pretty good example of that as well. Kind of forcing them to stick around that B cave area after their initial choice. There was no ability to double back. The 2 incendiaries makes them have to duel. Yeah. Waiting behind the first of them and then saying, let's go after it. A second comes in about 6 seconds after the fact. There's about a split second in between them to where a decision needs to be made. Viz makes his, and he's going to have to sleep with it.
It's 3 in a row now here for Fluxo after Marsborne got the opening 2 of the half. Not looking great economically here for Marsborne. It's going to be the upgraded pistols here once again. Going up against the rifles. These guys feeling hot. These pistols here later on in the series, we'll have to see. Wolfie, the spot Lukowski, you're able to drop him down to 63 HP, but there shouldn't be much more off the back of that.
Would have really taken a headshot at that point to give them any serious worry and doubt. There's no guns that can capitalize off of that damage alone. Shadow. Bang. See you later. Viz was given so many of those shadow advantages in that first half to the point where now I think it's just karma coming around back to bite him.
Yeah, I can't even be mad at that. That's Counter-Strike, baby. Wolfie.
It's concrete, baby.
That's concrete. Hits the concrete. It's 10 now for Fluxo. Take a 2-round gap. So we're looking to close out the series on their own map pick. It's going to be the rifle rounds for Marsborne. You clapping for?
Zevi and the op, I mean, I haven't really gotten a chance to get a good look at him yet on this CT side yet, so I'm excited to see it now. Better towards this stage of the game than not at all. Smoke even deeper from the CTs, and I wonder if that's just so he can fall away. Flash is good in this. Oh, I really did think that he might have even caught it despite that fact. There are so many numbers here from Fluxo. They can really afford to stick around. And about phase 4 here, they're giving a lot of leeway towards the A and B bomb state if Marsborne wanted to make a snappy decision. But a snappy decision for the CTs meet their maker in mid when Grizz is always on form in that spot. it's going to still be a man advantage for them, but Kai is practically a dead man walking.
Yeah, has to limp out of that situation here. All the way playing safe back towards the square. Now Zevi up on the catwalk. Gets well met by Viz.
Kicks the bucket.
Who can find the head. And now Marsborne have options. They don't know it, but Fluxo we're all towards that B site. Now Guy's going to make a rotation in, but that, as we said earlier, that is their wounded player. Making it all the way to Temple.
I thought that Molotov would have been used to let one of these Marsborne players take a duel with Art and kind of keep him in there no matter the case. But now they're going to have to still be a little bit second-guessy as to where he could be from. Good clears from Viz, though. That's what you have to come to expect.
Kowzi. Next up to the contact here. Kai's taking the long way all the way through spawn as Chop will put the numbers in.
Oh,
this Kowzi though finds Viz, not thinking about that B flank from Kai. It's up to Chop inside the smoke. Final buy from Marsborne. They put so much into it. Now it has to come all together here with Chop, who's able to find the first headshot here on Kai.
Has a kit.
Kowzi, close range in the smoke, tries to slip it. But it will be 11 for Fluxo.
Dude, Wolfie was ready for the flank. He was holding it for so long. It's that
saw
kill
that.
that happens that really spirals him out of control. He needs to turn around. He needs to be able to help out his teammate. And when you give like 10 to 15 seconds over and kudos to it, it really stings when you get shot in the backside of the head.
I was thinking that because I thought I saw it on minimap that he was checking back towards that way. But yeah, that kill going the way of Fluxo does force the attention to go the other way.
Viz with double entries at that point, not waiting for that smoke to actually bloom are either of the two of them. Surely, I guess, just trying to confirm that nobody's gone beyond it, but even so, Kowzi punishes you for that. Brings them to 11 effectively, single-handedly. There was no way back in if he weren't to do it.
Now we're in that weird territory here for Marsborne where sure you're going to have buys every round, but you're going to be missing some piece of it. No op this time. Limited util. And Galil in the hands of Madam. Fluxo, they've been stacking the coffers here for a while. Double op setup. Zevi and Art picking it up.
Saw a little bit of that Art action from Train. He was looking pretty good on it, I will say. We saw a multi-frag from one round where he had picked it up off Zevi, another round where he had bought it himself, I believe. And Zevi this time starts it all off, begins the convention, and both of them will get their kills. The snipers are sublime. It's an investment well made and well met to where not often in CS2 will you catch it, but Art will be burned.
It's not something that we've seen yet out of this Fluxo lineup, but something that I think is, yes, entirely possible is the Zevi Art double op. And it's done well to find them the openers. Now the rest of the squad just have to convert it. Heroes Kai's gonna find Viz. Tries to punch the numbers in. Wolfie on the side gets dropped. Grizz. Ramp. Does catch a little bit of a spam here through the box on Kowzi. But he is locked out. 12-8 for Fluxo. Similar scenes to last time. They're gonna have 4 chances this time though. 1 more than last map. But I'm just so interested in that Zevi Art double op, and I think the CT side is where you're going to be seeing that come out a lot more with this kind of kill buffer. If you're stringing rounds together, you're going to end up...
You can afford it now.
You're going to end up with so much money passively you're not even thinking about.
Yeah.
If you're stringing so many CT rounds together where you're killing these T-side players, I think we're going to see a lot more double ops.
100%. That was one of the things I think me and Olin were talking about on day one when we were discussing before the first game, the update. So... definitely true, I think. And Brazil has some of the deepest double op talent in history in Counter-Strike.
Mongols too, I think is gonna be a team that brings it out a lot. Art.
That's wild for Art.
Looking to send Marsborne back home with only 2 kills to find. Fluxo looking to punch their ticket here into the semis.
Kowzi's the next to try and find Viz, who's been really strong in Cave. And Chop, he's got no one by his side any longer. He's gonna have to do it all on his own. Feels the pressure mounting with 4 players. There's only so much that you can do, and it's Fluxo in 2.